श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, Chapter 12, The Killing of Demon Aghasura, Text 38. Please repeat. Na etat vichitram manujharvamainah paramasya para avaranam paramasya vedasa agapi yatsparshana dhautapataka prapa atmasamyam tu asatam sudurlabam naitat vichitram manujharvamayina paravaranam paramasya vedasa agopiyat sparshana dhautapataka prapatmasamyam tvasatam sudurlabam naitat vichitram manujharvamayina paravaranam paramasya vedasa agopiyat sparshana dhautapataka prapatmasamyam tvasatam sudurlabam naitat vichitram manujharvamayina paravaranam paramasya vedasa agopiyat sparshana dhautapataka prapatmasamyam tvasatam sudurlabam Tam vichitram manujharvam paravaranam agopiyat sparshana dhautapataka prapatmasamyam naitat vichitram manujharvamayina paravaranam paramasya vedasa agopiyat sparshana dhautapataka prapatmasamyam tvasatam sudurlabam Mataji? Etat vichitram manucharanayana avarani paramasyadanatasa agopiyadhanadhautapataka prapatmasamyanta satam sudullabam. No, not. Etat, this. Vichitram is wonderful. Manujharvamainaha of Krishna, who appeared the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, being compassionate upon them. Paravaranam, of all causes and effects. Paramasya Vedasaha, of the Supreme Creator. Agapi, Agasura also. Yat Sparshana, simply by the slight association of whom. Dhautapatakaha, became free from all contamination of material existence. Prapa, became elevated. Atmasamyam, to a body exactly resembling that of Narayana. So, but asatam, sudurlabham, which is not at all possible to be obtained by the contaminated souls. But everything can be possible by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Krishna is the cause of all causes. The cause and effects of the material world, both higher and lower, are all created by the Supreme Lord, the original controller. When Krishna appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, he did so by his causeless mercy. Consequently, for him to exhibit his unlimited opulence was not at all wonderful. Indeed, he showed such a great mercy that even Agasura, the most sinful miscreant, was elevated to being one of his associates and achieving Sarupya Mukti, which is actually impossible for a materially contaminated person to attain. Purport. The word Maya is also used in connection with love. Out of Maya, love, a father has affection for his child. Therefore, the word Mayana indicates that Krishna, out of love, appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaja and assumed the form of human child, Manujharvaha. Krishna is the cause of all causes. He is the creator of cause and effect, and he is the supreme controller. Nothing is impossible for him. Therefore, that he enabled even a living being like Agasura to attain the salvation of Sarupya Mukti was not at all wonderful for Krishna. Krishna took pleasure in entering the mouth of Agasura in a sporting spirit along with his associates. Therefore, when Agasura, by that sporting association as maintained in the spiritual world, was purified of all contamination, he attained Sarupya Mukti and Vimukti by the grace of Krishna. For Krishna, this was not at all wonderful. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swami Tirana. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tirana. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisheshwanya Prashakti Deshtarani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Naitat Vichitram Anujharvamayana Paravaranam Paramasya Vedasaha Agopiyat Sparshana Dhautapataka Tapatma Samyam Tasatam Sudurlabam. Again, translation. Krishna is the cause of all causes. The cause and effects of the material world, both higher and lower, are created by the Supreme Lord, the original controller. When Krishna appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, he did so by his causeless mercy. Consequently, for him to exhibit his unlimited opulence was not at all wonderful. Indeed, he showed such a great mercy that even Aghasura, the most sinful miscreant, was elevated to being one of his associates and achieving Saurabhya Mukti, which is actually impossible for materially contaminated persons to attain. Hare Krishna. So here we are almost at the end of this chapter. Killing of the demon Aghasura is described in the previous verses we heard. So now the conclusion of this chapter is here in this verse, and the next 2-3 verses we'll see that how Krishna is so compassionate, so merciful to the conditioned souls, and so his wonderful, these qualities are explained. So in this verse we see that not at all wonderful, this word Prabhupada used in the purport 2 times, and in the translation 1 time is there. So the word-to-word translation is na etat vichitram. Na, not etat, this vichitram is wonderful. Not at all, it's wonderful. So it's for Krishna, it's not at all wonderful. But for us, for conditioned souls, every single movement, every activity of Krishna is so wonderful because he is, as this verse is explained, that the cause of all cause, he is the supreme controller, and of course he is supreme creator, and he is supreme enjoyer. That's very important thing. So if we understand his position, definitely it's not bewildering. Otherwise, it's, when common people, when they hear all this different pastime, they get completely bewildered, and they think, oh, this is all some mythology, and it's just some imaginary story, and they don't want to really accept it. Because they did not know really who is Krishna and what is his power, what is his position. So without understanding the person, it's difficult to understand his activity. Therefore always people are completely bewildered. Therefore always they hear something from Mahabharata, from Bhagavatam, different scriptures, something about Krishna, and then immediately they started to judge. They started to, how is possible, how he can do like this, why he is doing like this. There's so many questions they put forward. But Srila Prabhupada is, asking, unless you know the person, then what right you have to, you know, uh, put some questions about him and, how you can, what do you say, question him, how he can do, why he is doing like this. All these questions are meaningless because if you know, for example, we can say like Narendra Modi, he is a, prime minister of this country and he is as all powerful and he is controlling all the different, department of these ministers and different thing, and he's, traveling all over the world and so many things he is doing. But if you don't understand his position, if you think he is just like ordinary citizen like you and me, then there are so many people now you can see in social media. Of course, I'm not, speaking politics or supporting Narendra Modi, but just for example, there's so many people were commenting when Narendra Modi was traveling to different countries. He's just enjoying, you know, but as a leader of the country, he has to, develop good relationship with other country leaders so you can, export, import, so many other things are there, so many things which detail people don't know, which is necessary to establish good government, he must have to do. But this is what's happening, people, they don't know the position, the responsibility, uh, of course, for Krishna, there is no responsibility. He doesn't have to do anything. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Svetasvatara Upanishad says that he doesn't have to do anything because Parasha Shakti Vividaiva Shruyate Swabhaviki Jnana Balakriyacha. He has an unlimited potency. He does everything by his energy, different potency. So he personally doesn't have to do it. But still, Krishna performs so many activities. Every single activity is so wonderful. Right from his appearance, if you see, it's so amazing to hear that, Kamsa is so powerful. He's a king and he's, put his one sister in the prison and that, the child may not, go out of his control, so he wanted to kill the child. And, he put so many restrictions, so many guards, so many gates, so many things, but still, Krishna just, just appeared and immediately performing so much wonderful activity. Who can understand? How you will understand, if it is ordinary child, how all these securities are sleeping at the same time, how all the gates are opened, which is very heavily, locked it. How not even one person can see the, Vasudeva carrying the baby out of jail and he come out of Mathura and crossing Yamuna. Nobody seen. Nobody knew what's happening there. How is possible? So, right from the birth, right just, even before appearance, everything, whatever Krishna does, every single activity. So later we will see that this chapter is a wonderful Krishna. Just all the Vrajavasis, they discuss so far whatever Krishna does is just remembering themselves. Every single activity, if you see, is so wonderful. Killing Putana is so wonderful. So how is possible? Such a small child, when you see some huge form, any ordinary child will get scared and just simply cry can't do anything, helpless, the children, Even, elders, when you come very close, make little, strange face, they get scared. Even if you are a familiar person, you just play one moment. I remember, sometimes when my sister had small kids, sometimes you were playing with them and suddenly, you show your face, just cover with cloth or just show a little, strange way, you know, pull your tongue out or something, then they get scared. That's what we experience it here. But Krishna was not at all, scared. He's not at all bewildered. But he just so peacefully sucking Putana's breast, but so heavily sucking and, squeezing her breast. She just, lose her life there. And similarly, the Sakadashura, Trinavrata, Vatsasura, all these demons so far we see. So therefore, and not only this Krishna's pastime, and when he appeared as in different form also, so many wonderful pastime. Like when he appeared as a Varaham, he appeared from the nose of Brahma. So small, like like a thumb size is described. And then when he came out, this is such a heavy roaring sound, and the body is expanding, so huge. They all the demigods, they all got bewildered. They don't know what to do, what's happening, who is this? Such a huge form, he expanded himself. And then he just left the earth without any effort from the water. And then you see Nrsingadev, nobody is expected. It's not, happening here and there always somebody comes out of pillar. No. It's never happened before. And it's also the form is amazing. Nobody is expected. Half lion, half man. And, so many other, even Matsya, you can see, it's just a fish. But it's not just a fish, ordinary fish. It's Supreme Lord. So short time, and he just growing so big. Even ocean was not enough. How is possible? Who can grow so big, so fastly? So Vamanadev, you can see, he came as a small dwarf Brahmana. And when he was begging, even Bali Maharaj was like, what is this? I thought your only size is short, but your brain also, your intelligence also is. And he is suggesting, you are asking something, better you ask something valuable more, thing. Why you only 3 steps of land, what you will do? He thinks that he did not know what to ask, But later, with these 3 steps, he covered everything. Even in 2 steps, he covered everything. So every form, every activity, every movement of the Lord, is so wonderful. But here, Prabhupada saying, for Krishna is not at all wonderful. So we should not, bewilder or, doubtful, when Prabhupada says this is the way, to express, that, is because for Krishna is just without any effort. He's just doing it like that, For Krishna it's not. For us, because we are very tiny, we are, very, tiny living being, and he's so great. He's unlimitedly great. And for us, every single his activity is so wonderful. But for him, is it just, you know, lifting Govardhan Gill, killing all these demons and, marrying 16,108 wives? Is it just, without any effort? He's not really, for us here, wonderful means, like recently, Koko Chandra Prabhu was, explaining to me some, describing some things about Dubai when he been there, and he saw the buildings and the cars people use, the road and all these things, He says it's amazing. It's so much money they have, and they spend so much money for everything, and so many rich people, and they have so many amazing these LED screens they have for whole building covered completely uh, for advertisement they use, and so many things are there, which is bewildering completely for the simple person. If somebody comes from India and they can just wonder, just look at the street all day and just and so many things, amazing things. But what are these? So wonderful for us, but for Krishna's point of view, this is there are so many hundreds of thousands of universe, and one of these tiny universe, we know from that incident when our four-headed Brahma came to see the Lord, and he realized that his universe only the smallest one because he has only four heads. There is a description, the other Brahmas, they had, 10 heads, 100 heads, 1,000 heads of Brahma, means they have much bigger universe. So they have to manage it. They have more heads. So this is the, we are in tiny universe. In that tiny universe, there's so many countries, so many, each country has so many cities. This is one of the, country, one of the city. And there are few rich people, and their richness is not everything. Still, there are so many other countries are there, so many other rich people, much richer people also there, other places. So, because we are so tiny, this we should not forget. Prabhupada so many times insists this point. Unless we, understand our position, it is difficult to accept Krishna's supremacy, Krishna's position. Param bhavam ajananto, Krishna says. Param bhavam, the supreme position, the transcendental position of Krishna, we have to understand. Otherwise we think, avajananti mam uhudha manushim tanam ashrakam. Because of that, we don't understand Krishna. We think he is like ordinary man. And therefore, we are not able to understand Krishna's activities. So, for that, Srila Prabhupada is so merciful, and he given so many books to us for our benefit. So through these books, he is explaining. He is so merciful, and just, they spend so much time every day writing all these commentaries, particularly Srimad Bhagavatam. So he's explained that this material world is just one of the, universe which is created by the Supreme Lord, and is like this. There are so many universes there. Every universe is supremely is controlled by the Supreme Lord Krishna. He is the supreme controller, and he is same time, even though he is the supreme position, he is supreme controller, but he is the person who is well-wisher of all the living entities. He is really affectionate to everyone. Like here, we see this Mayanam, this word is explained as also, as a love. So out of love, out of affection, out of compassion, Krishna can become somebody's son, appear as their son. So that much he is ready to come down. He can come down to the position of a chariot driver for his devotee. That's not ordinary thing. You can't expect, any big political leader, or any big rich businessman comes to his servant and ask him to sit in his car and drive him around. It never happens. Because position of a driver is not so glorious, it's not so, respectful thing. But Krishna doesn't care for it. It's not reducing the position of Krishna. It's moreover, is more glory is added to Krishna's opulence. Because he is showing his Bhaktavatsala, the quality of, loving his devotee. So in that way, every single activity is so wonderful for us. Krishna is simply so wonderful. And not only Krishna and his different expansion, and his name is so wonderful. His Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, and his devotees, everything is so wonderful, so amazing. His name is just, we can see the Ajamila pastime in that Ajamila story that just simply he called Narayana. He was not even intended to call really Lord Narayana. He just called his son. But still, Lord is so compassionate, so merciful. And his name is so powerful. And he could save him. And he saved, and then, becoming devotee, and then again, come to his constitutional position as servant of Krishna, and then he got liberated. So, like this, anything related to Krishna's, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, everything is so wonderful. And his devotees also. So many wonderful activities they do. Therefore, we hear very often different acharyas, appearance day, disappearance day, at least those days, we hear different wonderful pastimes of acharyas. Very often we hear about Srila Prabhupada also. So many wonderful activities he performed. For common people, it's not easy to understand. Just yesterday, I was reading still I'm reading this Dancing White Elephant book. I'm reading every day little bit. Just yesterday, I was reading the section where the Kolkata Pandal program were described by Giriraj Maharaj. So, the Pandal program, first in Bombay, they conducted, it was so successful. So many thousands of people every day they attended. Every day 10,000, 12,000, 15,000. Last day it was like 35,000 people attended. It was so successful, that program. So Prabhupada immediately sent devotees to go to Calcutta and arrange the program. And they, arranged the program. And one day in the program, suddenly Prabhupada was sitting in Vyasasana and he's speaking, and suddenly these Naxalites came. Naxalites, most of you may be aware of them. These are a kind of group of communist people, but they don't like these rich people, they're having so much money, and this, they want to take and give it to people who don't have, or they're just kind of strange people. Even here now, some people here and there are there, but not like before so much. Uh, in Tamil Nadu, we didn't hear much about them, but there was in Kerala there were, because Kerala communists were there. They were in Bengal. There were so many these Naxalites were there. So these people came purposely just to create some disturbance in the Pandal. There was some chairs for some people, and then rest of the area was, put nice mattresses for, people to sit. And then they were fighting, oh, why for some people you put chairs, some people sitting on the floor, everyone should sit on the floor like this. They started to, take away the chair and threw, and then started some commotion. And devotees don't know what to do. This kind of situation they don't know. They're all foreigners. They do not know what's happening. And they were looking at Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada was speaking, and suddenly a moment Prabhupada stopped speaking, and he just leaned to the mic, more closer to the mic, and he closed his eyes. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. He started to sing Govindam Adipurusham prayer. And just he's singing. Suddenly these Naxalites just started to go away. Nothing. They came purposely to create disturbance, and then as soon as Prabhupada started singing, and these fellows, they just went out. It's so wonderful. I mean, who can expect this? So, like this, there are so many Prabhupada disciples. They, describe how Prabhupada was so wonderful, so many different situations. He deals with the different people. So, everything related to Krishna is so wonderful. All this movement, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is spreading through this movement is, the most wonderful thing Srila Prabhupada did, changing these hippies to happies. That is, who can understand, how is possible? So many people become envious of Srila Prabhupada, and they can't even tolerate it this much, So, but now, even now, after Srila Prabhupada left, because he left his books through his instruction, this movement is expanding, and so many people are changing. People are coming, joining. You can see 2-3 new people are joined ashram, and there are more will join. Always people are joining. Not only joining in the ashram, the Grahasthas also number is increased, and we can see in our community number of houses are increasing. Just we did 2 Graha Pravesha in last week. So it's increasing. It's all wonderful thing. People completely from different background and just coming, accepting this movement, and then they change their lifestyle, they change their behavior, everything is becoming so wonderful. So, but for Krishna, it's not at all wonderful thing, because he is much more he can do, and he is doing, and because for his position, it's not so big thing. So even in the material world, when we see that, like some big politician or some big businessman, they're doing so many things, and just on the side they may do something, but for us it looks, some like if one rich man gives us, some 50 lakhs, 1 crore rupees donation for us. Oh, wow! Like For us, it's a big thing. But the man is, doing so many things. One man given us some good donation for a Gurukul building, and same man given 20 crore to the Swaminarayan temple. Yesterday, Gokul was telling in Abu Dhabi to build. 20 crore, we can build one more temple a little smaller than this. And he is one of the donor for that. It's not that he built the whole temple. So for us, because we are really, really tiny jivas, and for us everything is so wonderful. But for Krishna, he's supreme. He's far, far, above all of us, all the demigods, even the Lord Brahma. He bewildered to see the position of Krishna. Even he couldn't understand, and what to speak of ourselves. But still, Krishna is inconceivable. He is really, unlimitedly greatness. His greatness is unlimited, but still doesn't mean that we cannot understand. There is a process, there is a way. He allows us to understand, and extend that the capacity as much as we can. He allows us. So bhaktyamam abhijanati. By bhakti, he enables us to understand him. So we can understand our position, our sambandha, who we are, who is Krishna, and then we engage also in the process which he given. Then the result, we become his eternal servant. In our constitutional position, we engage in the service of Krishna. So for devotee, this here the discussion is there. This Agasura getting Sarupya Mukti is so wonderful. The discussion is there. But for a devotee, they don't even care for this Mukti. Even though the, Sarupya, Shasti, all these four kinds of Mukti, which is, not, like Sayuja Mukti, like, we see is to reject. But still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows the mood of a devotee that, Aslishya Vapadratam Pinastumam Adarshanam Marnahatam Karotua. Ita tatava vidhatulam padomat prananadastu sayevanapara. So the devotee is accept Krishna without any condition, without, as a supreme master. So his position is there is no question, and you can't question his position. And our position is, whatever, he is our supreme master. Whatever he does, he can embrace us, he can, or kick. He has the rights to do. So devotees in that mood, if we understand our sambandha, our relationship with the Supreme Lord, is so amazing. So we can just relish Krishna's every single activity, and then in that way we can be absorbed in Krishna consciousness, and then we can also one day, get out of this material body. Even though devotees, they don't pray to get out of this material body. Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatat Bhakti Ragaitvahi. But, now in this moment, at least myself, I can guarantee say, for me now, get out of this material body is so big thing. I may not pray now, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing. But we can desire for that. It's not bad. But once we advance, maybe, we may pray like that, Mama Janmani Janmanishware. Hare Krishna. So I stop here. If any question or comment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Thank you. Granthraj Srimad